Hello, everybody, and welcome to 48 Hour Art Check round 74. It is on a different day this week. It is on a Thursday. And it will stay on a different day because that's our new normal day.
New normal.
New normal. So we decided to switch from Monday, Wednesday to a Tuesday, Thursday format. It allows us to keep the 7:30 p.m. time, which has been great for us in the past. So basically we just decided to kind of switch it over. It was Kylie also has agreed to the new time. She just has a lot going on right now, so she is still a part of it with the new time. She just, her life has been crazy busy for a few months. But yeah, so we're back. We'll be back on Tuesday, Thursdays. This is in hopes that I stop canceling episodes. It has been Emily once, and every other episode cancellation was me. So I just kind of threw it in the group chat. I said, okay, how about Tuesday, Thursdays? And everybody jumped on board with it. So This is literally in hopes of less cancellations. With all of that being said, we are getting to our fonts topic tonight, but that is ahead of myself. I said I would start off, which I don't think I've done ever since you've been on. I don't think I've ever started. I stopped sharing my screen. I have actually gotten a lot done. So first, this is so classes started. This is a contract that I've written up with my boss, and basically we are going to create a VR experience where you are in Stranger Things. You're in the living room with the Christmas lights.
That's cool.
And then the Demogorgon pops out at you. So we drew up a contract for that. So hopefully that's pretty good. Am I cutting up or are you cutting up?
I'm not experiencing any audio issues.
Okay, cool.
Like receiving wise.
No, you're good. Your video was cutting too, so it might be my Wi-Fi, honestly. And then I started coming up with like these icon set ideas. As you can see, there's like a bunch of blank lines. It's because I had plans and I didn't use them. But then I came up with this like icon set idea of doing classic video games and like an arcade.
That's why you asked that on Facebook.
Yeah, so basically like an arcade icon set. So like the Joy-Cons, like the claw from the claw game, and I want to do like classic games, but I don't want Pac-Man to be like Pac-Man, So I'm probably going to do a ghost from Pac-Man. I'm going to do Cubert and just do the little like speech bubble with all of his question marks and everything. Probably do Tetris, like Space Invaders, something like that. Anyways, this is what I've been working on today. This. Yeah. So, yep, so that's been there. And then I did some worksheets that Kerr has made. Am I allowed to share? I think I'm allowed to share this. Kerr, I'm so sorry. If I'm not, I'm so sorry. Anyways, so basically, this whole thing is you basically copy what he does. He gives you instructions.
Yeah.
So I did
like worksheets.
This is my favorite thing I made. It is Comic Sans and Papyrus mixed into one. I got a 7.9 out of 8 on the assignment, and I think that, and I have not been able to figure out why I lost 0.1 points, but it really might be because of that.
Because don't you have to change it from Papyrus to a different font, right?
No, you make it yourself. Oh, do you?
Okay. No, yeah. Don't you have to change anything different than what is currently set? So you probably took a fraction of a point because you changed it a fraction.
I did not read that correctly. Because I couldn't select this. That sucks. I even like purposely, I had it as black too. Wow, I could turn it back in right now and get my point back. That sucks.
That's hilarious.
That sucks. I'm going to return that back in.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to return that in. That sucks. Wow, guys. And the thing is that it's a JPEG too, so I can't make the computer read to me.
Yeah.
And so that like makes it 10 times harder for me. That sucks. I've been trying to figure out why I lost that 0.1 point since 9 a.m. I've been trying to figure it out since 9 a.m.
That's really funny.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know. That's what I get for being a smart aleck.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing.
Remember?
I did change the font. That is Comic Sans. Yeah. I'm so upset. I dropped the pink. So this way you could tell. Mm-hmm. I did that to myself. It was black. It was literally black. I made it black and then I was like, oh shoot, it has to copy the left side. And so I made it pink. All right, everybody, I'll move on from this. It's fine. I'm not upset. Anyways, and then I did this one. And I'm actually proud of this because my Mickey Mouse looks 10 times better than the first time I took this class.
Yeah, most people's Mickey Mouses don't look good.
And then my little duck. It still looks creepy no matter what you do.
They
but the
always
one on the left looks creepy.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I'm starting to do this reverse engineer post. And like making this color scheme. I'm going to talk about symmetry and like how this is split in half, kind of like weight wise. And then I'm talking about highlights and shadows because yeah, anyways, it's pretty cool. So that's literally, I've done a lot. Oh, I'm so upset about the yellow font. I need to get over that. That's going to bug me for the next few minutes. So we're just going to... What have you done?
All right. Well, let me share my screen.
I don't know if anybody just saw me almost fall.
Oh my gosh. I did that. Okay. Hold up. In this chair, so Tim was like doing work at the chair next to me, like over here. There's another chair over there. And I was just like, I'm just drawing. Can I just sit next to you while you're doing your training or whatever? And I got up, and it's a rolly chair. I got up, and the chair rolled back a little bit, and then I lost my balance, and I was like, I tried to sit down, and I just missed the chair entirely, and I ended up all the way down here, almost falling. And then it was really loud, though, and while he was giving the training, I was like, sorry. Anyways.
Yeah,
I just... screen.
I found out literally right now because apparently I unlocked my chair, so I leaned back in it and I just almost wiped out.
Yes. That's like I recently did that so that you can lean back farther in my office chair, and like I still think I'm about to fall backwards even though it's been a few weeks.
This is how far back I can go.
Yeah. Okay.
Show your screen. I'm excited.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay, so this was the commission that I did. I think, did I mention like last art check that I was doing a commission, or I didn't have a contract signed yet?
Yeah, I think you said something like that.
Yeah, so she was a super easy client. I did the sketch and she was like, oh, awesome. Like, can I show my family? And I was worried that like somebody would get picky and say, oh, well, is she going to change this or this? And I was like, okay, just know that like it's your decision what gets changed, not like other people's. And she's like, oh, no, it's fine. Like I approve of it or whatever. I just want to show family. And I was like, oh, sweet. Okay. And then I started working on this, and then she approved this version. So there was no feedback. There was no like going back and doing any changes at all. So it was a super easy client to work with. And it was just like fun because they're both like super cute and stuff. And I want to have like a ton of Halloween stuff to share. So I've been doing like a ton of Halloween like spooky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This one is the one that I'm working on right now. It's not done yet, but everything else is done. This is supposed to be wallpaper. It's flipped because when I was in Procreate, I was looking at it sideways, but it's supposed to be. That's all. That's so disappointing. That's like all I have. Because I wanted to be able to share one thing every day, and I'm obviously behind. Even though like a lot of these are super fast. Like this one, I did start to finish in like a few hours. But I'm like still super, super, super behind because I would like to have, I mean, it's the 17th. It would be nice if I had 17 things, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things. So yeah.
You're close.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. You can, as you're posting, because that would mean 31 thing. No, how many days are in October? 31?
31. Yeah.
So
Halloween's the last day.
That's what I thought. So you can, as you're posting your first few stuff, you can still be making for the end of the month.
Yeah, which the only thing is that's what's going to happen, but it's just not ideal because like I don't have really a backlog for the rest of, like, it would be nice if I could spend October working on the months ahead, not on more October stuff, basically. So that's the problem, is like the whole backlog situation. I kind of used it all up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So that means that like the month after October, I'm just going to be like reposting old stuff.
Hey, that works.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I was up to.
Sorry, I am listening, I promise.
Oh, I am not on that screen either.
Yeah,
I'm doing something else too.
I'm listening and I'm doing something because your Chrome or your whatever you had all of your fonts pulled up on, lost it. I did too.
Really?
So I had 4 fonts pulled up. I just got them all back up.
My web pages stayed, but I had like stuff in AI. Like I had a whole like separated thing so I could scroll down and show each one without showing the other ones. And it was all nice. And then I left it and
you lost it.
Yeah, at one point I like turned off my computer, like I restarted it. And usually it's like, oh, like there was something that didn't get saved. Do you want us to pull it up again? And it didn't ask me to do that. So yeah.
Yeah, I pulled mine up. Okay. I like it. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know if anybody saw my face when you were like, so I made this one in a few hours, because I was watching the screen at that point because my stuff hadn't closed, and my face was just like I can't do that in a few hours. That's nuts.
I didn't think I could either. Part of it is just like stress work of like, you know, like the good stress where you just work fast instead of melting down. Yeah, it was some of that, and then also like I've been recently just being like, all right, you have an idea for this kind of a spooky thing, like draw what comes to you first, you know, and then not really spending, like my whole mentality on this is like, I can't be spending like 3+ hours on something. So just go, like just finish it, hurry up. And like minimal shading and like minimal effects and just go. And so...
Gotcha. Before we switch to challenges, we had 2 people in the chats before we even got here. That's Ronnie awesome. And Frank. They are both,
and we're different days, and they're still here.
Yeah, so that's also one of the reasons why we did switch days. Was because we were like, you know, let's see if people are still able to come on this day. Yeah. If we're able to like get more like coming back more often type of thing. No more Hour-Artcheck. No, Hour-Artcheck. Tuesday, Thursdays. Yeah. Tuesday, Thursdays. So
we've just been super busy.
It's been crazy.
We've been taking turns being busy too. So like Tuesday, Kayla wasn't busy, but I was like, I do not have time. I'm really sorry. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one day that Emily canceled, by the way, everybody. Yeah. Every other day it's been like, hey man, I can't.
Other days I'm like, I hope Kayla cancels, because if she doesn't, I think I might need to. And so like it
feel good.
Worked out that way that like I was like, if Kayla wants to do Hour-Artcheck, I guess I'll do it I don't have time or whatever. And it worked out that we were both busy. But yeah, it's been
yeah. But the chats are super active right now. Frank has his own show. It's called, oh, I know it. It's like, it's something about like not the Hour-Artcheck. I watched one of them. I did. I just don't remember the name. It's like, I can't believe it's not Hour-Artcheck or something like that.
That's awesome. That's
funny. Think, right? Frank, am I wrong? I could be so wrong. I am so sorry if I'm wrong. It's something like that.
If it's called that, because there's so many Hour-Artchecks now, it would be
yeah. Yeah, it's something along those lines. I watched it. I remember that it was something funny to do with Hour-Artcheck, and I think that's what it was. He's not correcting me in the chats yet, so we'll find out. Anyway, so he had a special guest on, and Ronnie got a new subscriber on his social media, and like he's working on his comics, so they're working on their comics, and they're doing some awesome stuff in the chats too. Challenges. I'll keep the ball rolling and go first. Quitting Walmart. I got the MRI on my knee. I don't need surgery. I need physical therapy. So
it's Walmart.
I can't believe it's not the Artcast.
Hey, you're super close.
So close.
I really like that.
They'll be changing the name soon, though. I like it. Anyway, okay, I was close. That makes me feel better. I like said it and then I second guessed.
And you're like, wait a second, I'm a terrible person.
My life like flashed. I was like I was literally like thinking back to like the YouTube video that I watched, and I was like, please tell me it's right. Anyways, no. So yes, Walmart's gonna pay for it. I am working on quitting. Mm-hmm. They don't know that I'm quitting yet, but I am.
You know. So, because you talked to me about going to Melaleuca, which is where Tim works, possibly. Like a few days after we talked about that, Forbes named like Melaleuca as one of the best places to work in the United States or something.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Thanks. I talked to my old bosses and I was like, hey, listen, no, I know I wasn't going to do the whole TA thing this semester. I've changed my mind. And this was like a few days before school started. I was like, I've changed my mind. Do you have hours? And they like scraped something together for me. And they're like, okay, we can get you 20 hours a week, which is the most that you can get at the university.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might wind up at Melaleuca at some point, but right now I think I'm going to lay low at my comfy TA job.
Yeah. If you need extra money, they're good for like in Rexburg. They're like, we know you're a student. You know, like you can change your schedule and stuff.
Yeah. So there's that. Sorry guys, I'm like fidgety today. And then school starting, which is it's always a challenge when school starts. But I'm actually handling it really well this semester. I'm actually a week ahead. I'm already in week 2. Nice. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know what's going on with that. I have a weird feeling about this semester for some reason. And it's funny because my boss said the same thing. What?
Good weird feeling?
No, it's like I just feel like I need to get ahead, like I need to prepare for something. And so I don't really know. I don't know what it is. I was talking to my boss about it today, and it's because he also said something. He's like, hey, I have a weird feeling about you TAing this class. And I was like, all right, it's not just me. It's like it's not just me. So he switched the class that I TA, which is fine. But anyways, yeah, so I just have having a weird feeling about this semester, and so I have literally just been going as hard as I can on my homework assignments because like
maybe you're gonna get COVID. Maybe this is like
what people are saying.
I mean, that's the most like likely option. You know what I mean?
I've heard that like 2 or 3 times now, and I swear.
You're like, stop.
Yeah, no. Anyways, but yeah, I feel like something's going to happen, and I'm just going to kind of roll with it. But yeah, school starting is always a challenge, but I'm handling it well. So, Emily, challenges. Besides your stress level, I'll start for you.
Yes.
You're like, hi, named it.
Yeah, so
COVID-19.
That's what's gonna happen. So my job is to make a catalog for the company I work at, and it is going to print October 1st. And I normally work 3 days a week and working every day this week.
Like all 7?
What?
Like 5 or 7?
5.
Okay, good. I was like, no.
I mean, I guess I could come in Saturday, but no, I still have until like Tuesday now because the mailing list isn't going to be done until Tuesday. But just a lot has happened, so much stuff, and I come home from work so drained, like all stressy, and sit in front of the TV for like an hour before I can do anything because I'm just like have to like unjitter, like but it's so like what I'm doing right now is I spent like 5 hours today entering items to go into the index, and tomorrow I'm going to make the index, and it's 200 pages of like each page has like no less than 5 items that need to be entered into the index. And so and it's just really, it's been a really long process because it's so long. And also some of the stuff I don't know about. So it's like, I don't know how to organize violin strings. I've never played the violin. I don't know what's important or whatever. And getting feedback of like, this is in the wrong order. Why is this product over by here? And I'm like, I have literally no idea. I don't know what this is. Like, that's just how I got it in the spreadsheet. And there's a lot of stuff that's like problems that could have been fixed if I had been able to catch them from the people who gave me the spreadsheets.
Yeah.
So it was like, why is this misspelled? I'm like, I have literally no idea. That was an information that was given to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But there was a lot of that. Or like, why are there discontinued items in the spreadsheet? Like, they're getting feedback that we don't even sell this product anymore. That was in the spreadsheet I got that got put into this. Like, you know, but just a lot of that. And it's like pedal to the metal, like go time.
Mm-hmm.
Super stressful. And so on top of that, though, I want to, like I was saying before, I wanted to have something to share every day in October because I'm not doing Inktober, but I still want the kind of like posting every day is really good for your like just for getting more following. And I love October. It's my favorite month. And so I wanted to just have a ton of October art to share. But because of that, I haven't taken any days off like I normally do to sit down and draw. And so when I get home, I just draw until I can't anymore. And before that, and part of the reason why I'm behind is because I got a Switch like a month ago, and I'm still obsessed with Breath of the Wild. It's so good, but eventually I had a draw line, and I was like, I can't, like, it's go time in every way, in every aspect of what I'm doing right now. Like, I don't have time to play video games. And so
oh my gosh. Okay, side tangent, and I promise I'm going to keep it short. Have you played Among Us?
I've been watching a lot of gameplays of it.
Okay, I played it last night with my boyfriend and like his friend group, and oh my gosh, that is the most fun game I have played. Okay, if you get it,
like it's an app.
It's on Steam.
Oh, okay.
And it's like $5. Listen, if you get it, I want to play it because you can also play like 2 people on your Steam account. I don't know, I would have to have Jacob set it up for you, or like tell you how to set it up. But we could play, like the 4 of us, and my roommates are gonna play it too. It's a great game.
Yeah.
It's such a fun game, and that's just a complete side tangent. But yeah, Among Us is a super fun game. That's probably not what you need to hear when you need to be less distracted.
I know. Well, I still have on the weekends, I still like have been hanging out with people every now and then, like, you know, Sunday evenings or whatever. But yeah, I want to play that game. But yeah, that's what's been going on, and it's super stressful, but at the same time, it's not at the burnt out point. It's at the point where it's the fire under my butt, where I'm like capable of doing more than usual. But there's like this period of like when I get home from work of just like I need to zone out and eat some pretzel sticks. And like you can tell, like I've been getting more disheveled every day this week. So Friday will be the culmination of my disheveledness. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The next art check, just because I want to get to fonts, because I know we both have quite a few. Next art check. So I think I'm going to get rid of my visual comms face or Instagram. Social media became very hard for me. I just hit like a mental health low point, and like it became really hard to run 2 accounts, and then worrying about the followers on each account, the engagement rate on each account, like all this stuff. It became too much. I can run like social media for somebody else or like do that whole thing.
Yeah.
But I can't run 2 of my own accounts. So anyways, I'm going to be brainstorming a way to combine those by Monday, and I'm going to have sketches for my icon set by Monday. And hopefully I'm going to have chosen 12, and I'm going to talk to Kerr about them and make sure that like it's a way that I can do it without just stealing like like when I'm doing a Pac-Man, like when I'm making Pac-Man as an icon, I don't want it to be Pac-Man. I want it to be like a ghost or something. So I want to make sure that it's not like I'm just remaking the icon. I'm making something to represent it that's not the actual icon. Does that make sense?
It's not just reskinned IP. Yeah. And that's hard because video games, especially old arcade video games, are very much meant to be iconic, and they have specific things to make it noticeable like that.
Yeah. And I feel like that's great. I've been looking at icon sets, and I've gone, okay, I can do the stereotypical travel, I can do the Marvel, I can do and I don't know what it was. I don't know what came. Oh, today I was really bored in class. I deleted this, otherwise I would have shown it. Nothing against vector graphics. I just have already taken the class, and so I showed up for the first few weeks of that class. So today it was like demos, like here's what the direct select anchor point tool does. So I was on my laptop and I was like, well, I don't want to work on something else and be like disrespectful. So I made like Pac-Man, and then I made like the little dots, and I made the ghost, and I just was like having a blast. I was sending it to my boyfriend. He's like, make this thing. He's like, Pac-Man's too easy. I was like, no, I'm having fun.
You're like, no, leave me alone. I'm showing you this so you can praise me, not so you can give me more ideas. I don't want those.
True. Yeah. He was like, Pac-Man's easy. I was like, shh. Shush, you're supposed to be supporting me. But yeah, anyways, so that's it. Just kind of, I was like, I should do a video game icon set, and I finally was excited about an icon set. I was like, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, next art check for you.
Next art check, I would like to have 5 things.
Okay.
Different that are done. That would be nice.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Ooh, I don't know if I can. I can if I make wallpapers, because those don't take very long.
5 things. You have 4 days for 5 things. Oh no, we meet on Tuesday now. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
And I could probably do it. Yeah. If I do inanimate objects, they take a lot less time. Like the crystal ball thing did not take me very long. Yeah, that's what I would like to have done. All right. And then by Tuesday, I would like the catalog to be done at work. I would love for it to be done. Because then it's done. Because
then it's not on your plate anymore.
Yeah. That means I'm not working on it.
Fonts. Okay, I'm excited. So this is such a nerdy topic. This is a very niche topic.
It's a very graphic designers, like,
I am
happy.
happy.
You want to talk about fonts.
And I'm happy that we have comic book artists in the chat right now, because comic book artists also, like, they use fonts. You know, like, it's a very, I mean, if you look at any comic book, there's like the stereotypical fonts, but then there's definitely different ones that are used to convey the different emotions and the actions, all that stuff. Anyways, I'm excited. So I pulled up, we're going to start with this example, and then we're going to go to the good stuff. So here's a font. I know never to use this font. I like this font because
I'm sorry. Can you say that again? But can you say it right this time? Can you say this font sucks?
Okay, listen. Here's the thing. I'm sorry. However, have you seen another font that can pull off a full logo with just extra space in between each?
Yes. It's like every other font that's been in logo.
I know. Here's the thing. I feel like it doesn't deserve all of the hate that it gets.
I think it deserves it.
I feel like it's
There's a restaurant in town that I literally have not been to because their branding is in papyrus.
Canoas?
Yeah, I literally have not been there because they have papyrus.
Do you like how I know?
Yeah.
No, okay. I'm not saying it's a good font. I need that known. I will never use papyrus. I'm not saying it's a good font. I just think that, like, I think it's a good font. It's not okay. No, I think I like the font because, one, it's funny to see people's reactions when they see the font, and I think it's hilarious. But two, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't deserve all. It deserves hate. Okay, Comic Sans does as well. I just feel like it doesn't deserve the amount of hate that it gets.
The problem is, okay, there's a difference between Comic Sans and papyrus. I was thinking about this today. I was like, what are the reasons that you would want to use papyrus? I was like, I don't know. Like, I know why people use them, because they're like, this is like, it has some Eastern vibes. Like, it's an herbal tea. It's, like, it's a restaurant that serves rice. Like, stuff like that, where it's like, it's a little bit Eastern or whatever, but it's extremely cliche. And it just shows, like, if you use papyrus, it shows your, like, amateurness. That you you're not in on it, that nobody uses that's professional or whatever.
And again, I will never use it.
Yeah,
ever,
exactly.
Except for the joke that I did in the worksheet. I will use papyrus as a joke because I find it funny. But no, I'm never seriously going to use it. Anyways, a serious one.
There's legitimate reasons. I was thinking in my head, these were the reasons why. I was like, why would you use Comic Sans? And I'm like, you would use it in a memo in an elementary school. You would use it in something to type up to give to children. You would use it because you know that people don't expect great things. Mm-hmm. Like, because you'd use it because there's low expectation. like.
So you think papyrus is lower than Comic Sans?
Yes, there's a purpose for Comic Sans. Again, like I said before, last time we talked about things, there's a reason why you're using Comic Sans, and it's because you're 12 or you interact with a lot of 12-year-olds. Papyrus is for Egyptian documents. The papyrus that you write on is definitely pure Comic Sans. That would be a... Oh, I got chills. I literally got like this.
All right. I'll take this off the screen.
It make my eyes bleed.
Let's start with our all-time favorite fonts. This is my all-time favorite font.
That's a pretty good brush pen thing going on.
I love this font. The permanent marker font is similar. It is not the same. I love this font. I feel like it has such a cool, it's like a marker vibe, but also when you look at the L, it kind of looks like it might be a paintbrush kind of lifting.
It's like a brush pen.
Yeah, it totally is. It's totally like this brush pen vibe. It's all caps. But I love this font so much. James Rognan, he actually has this in his style guide for his band. He uses it a lot. And I told him, I was like, listen, I don't want to copy you, but like I love this font so much, I want to use it in my brand. He was like, yeah, do it. So when I start to rebrand, which will probably be later in the semester or sometime, it'll be coming up, but it's not going to be in between this art check and the next one. I want to include this because all the rest of my fonts you're going to see are they're sans serifs or serifs, and they're very like business and like professional.
That's what like all of mine are.
Yeah. And I'm not that way as a person. Like, I mean, you know me in person. I'm not just like, business and and you're not either. But for my brand, and your brand is very like illustrative, so it shows kind of a more fun thing. But right now my brand is minimalistic. It's like blue, red, and yellow, and like there's nothing fun to it, which I think is also why I'm kind of hating on my social media brand right now, which is why I'm kind of like ready to scrap it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this font for a lot of reasons. One, because of the whole brush pen vibe, and two, because it's fun, but it's not crazy.
It reminds me of my old logo. Because my old logo was like a vectorization of my name written with a brush pen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I liked it. It's just that it was an inconvenient time because I rebranded. Like I realized I was going in the wrong direction again and changed it all. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my all-time favorite font. And the one after this, after you show yours, when it comes back to me, this is that one's my second favorite font, and you're gonna see a stark difference. You're gonna be like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
The other one is used in my brand, but this one isn't, and I've regretted not putting it in my brand for over a year. Yeah, I just haven't had the time to fix it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really love this font. I just think it's very cool and it's different, and I guess it's a decorative font. I don't think it's a decorative font. Is it decorative? Or
yeah, it's decorative.
It's a decorative font, but it's a tasteful decorative font. Tasteful is not the right word, but well done decorative font. I'm not the biggest fan of decorative fonts. I think steering clear from them is a good thing to do. But yeah. Anyways, your turn.
Okay. Well,
your all-time favorite font.
I don't have an all-time favorite font. So I'm just going to show some ones that are good.
Okay. Which one do you use the most? How about out of those ones that you're showing?
Okay. Well, then that's a different thing. Let me pull something up then, because I'll just pull up my website. Eventually it will. You know what we're going to do is we're going to go to my Instagram. I'm going to show you that. Because really what I use the most is my own handwriting, and I would really love to turn it into a font, but I don't know how.
I am on your website if you want me to just show it.
I'm going to share my Instagram right now.
I like this I like this sans serif you have going on.
Can you see my screen? Can you see my Instagram? Okay, let me scroll down to some stuff that I've done with handwriting. So, like, I've done variations. I prefer to just use my handwriting and kind of, I feel like it has like a more personal thing going on with it. Let me get to like, like here. I would like to just make a font out of my handwriting. And I think I would need to work on it a lot more, just so it's like super legible and it works well as a font. But my like logo is also like my signature, which you said that you had my website up, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to show it?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I clicked on it. I was curious.
That's okay. So yeah, that's my logo, and that's a vectorized like thing of my signature. Like that, I wrote that, and I'm not like good at calligraphy or whatever, but I would really like to just have that. Oh yeah, you can see it with the Lost in the Woods thing. I prefer to do that. I think it's more fun, I guess. And so the majority of my work that has text in it now, and also it's because I'm lazy. Like I don't want to pull something out of Procreate, and so I prefer to just use my hands or whatever. But some of that is super messy because I don't expect people to read it. But I would love to have a font because then it would always be legible.
Yeah.
Like it would look like my handwriting. But I don't know how to do that. So like I'd have to learn how to do that first. But yeah, if we're going with all-time favorites, my all-time favorite is just writing it myself, and maybe one day that will be fun.
I wish when it comes to like handwriting, when I was a junior in high school, my handwriting was so bad that I did the handwriting worksheets to fix it, because I was the kid that was like losing points on assignments because my teachers couldn't read it. And so
that was my dad. He didn't have to.
That's my boyfriend.
Really?
His handwriting is chicken scratch.
I cannot read our grocery list most of the time. But my dad was taking some sort of like shop class and like involved blueprints or something, and they had part of it was like your handwriting has to be legible, and so his teacher made him take like a handwriting course or whatever. And my dad has immaculate, wonderful handwriting. He writes in small caps.
Okay.
And it's nice. It's very nice. And I was like, why do you have such good handwriting, Dad? Like, I remember as a child being like, I feel like women always have really good handwriting and boys always have bad handwriting. Why do you have good handwriting? He's like, because I literally took a class.
Yeah. No, that's never going to happen to Jacob. He's like, I'm an accountant. You can tell what numbers I'm writing. I was like, there's 10 of them. Yeah, but that's his philosophy. He's like, I write nice numbers.
I recently told Tim that he should take a handwriting class because I read an entirely different word. That happens very often where I read an entirely different word, and I'm like, why did you write this? And he's like, what?
Let's have them take a class together.
Yeah.
And then they can become friends.
Yeah.
It's like, here's your buddy. Anyways, not to get too off topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, if any of you guys in the chats, you have really nice handwriting, prove us wrong. But typically,
I have really nice handwriting as a child. I remember that. And then I gave up on doing that. I don't know. I don't really know what happened. I think it's because I typed. That I have terrible.
You have nice handwriting.
That is a lot of work just to get to those, though. Like It's like me like throwing away a lot of stuff first, or I'll write it and then like lower the opacity and write on it again and again and again until I get it right. So
makes sense. All right. So the next font, I think it'd be cool if you made your own font. By the way,
cool too.
This font, as I said, opposite of the font that I just showed. Mm-hmm. It's DIN Inkshrift. I actually use it's called DIN Inkshrift Pro. But this is what popped up. But the one that I have in Adobe is Pro. And as it's literally this. Like I use it.
Oh, okay.
I use it in a lot. I can't believe I forgot to pull up some of these. But yeah, so I use it. I mean, here's my style guide. This is what I was going for. That's it right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can see my mock-up of my style guide. But so every time that I have a title, it's in here. I really want to redo this style guide, so don't judge me, guys. Like the red on the green, don't judge me. I'm colorblind. I'm blaming it on that. But yeah, so you can see just kind of, I really like this font. And it's actually in my logo. This is from that, but oh, maybe it's not. I don't know what font I used in my logo. Interesting. I thought it was in my logo. Oh, it is. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I just like it a lot. I feel like it's not super boring.
And it's like, just the right amount.
Yeah, it's just the right amount where it's professional, but I kind of like that it's more like condensed.
Mm-hmm. Like I have a font to show you that's very similar.
Okay, let's switch to that then.
Okay. Share my screen. Actually, wait, I'm gonna prep it first so you don't see all of them.
Oh, you can totally see the titles of all of mine up at the top. If anybody's been reading ahead.
I have them all in Illustrator.
Oh.
Okay.
You were more prepared than I was. I just pulled them all up. I was like, I can show examples.
Okay, Futura.
Wait, ready?
Wait, what? What happened? What happened? What?
Look at your screen. This is what I have pulled up.
Yes. So, this is like a font that we use at work that's not in the style guide, but if it's like nothing else is working, then we'll go to Futura. Mm-hmm. And it's so versatile because like there's a condensed version and then there's like a book version, and it's so many options, and I love how thick the bold is, and like it's good. It's good.
One that you don't one that you don't have on your Adobe, Futura Light. I actually like it a lot. I am a fan of like the thin fonts.
I am too. Do you have Light?
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of pixely. I mean, it's definitely a raster. But so here's this.
See, because Futura is amazing because I did like a whole ad in just Futura, and there was a lot of typography, and because the difference between the light and the bold is so huge, and the difference between condensed in the book is so huge that it feels like you're using all these different fonts, and it's just Futura. It's so nice. It's such a nice, like, what should I use? I want something that doesn't stand out too much, but it's still nice or whatever. Like Helvetica is getting too overused or whatever. Like, what do I use? And Futura is way good for that.
I like with Futura, like, because you want to have text contrast, but if you don't want like a major contrast, you can have it within that font. And that's not a thing that a lot of fonts can do.
Yeah. It's so versatile. Like you can just use it in so many different ways because of that. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. I am a huge fan of that. I mean, obviously we both had it pulled up. That's that font. That's literally that's how that font is. I was told that font actually by a graphic design friend. Yeah, she was like, you know what, if you really like, and her thought process was the same exact as yours. If you really like this and you're looking for like a simple sans serif, use Futura, don't go Helvetica. I don't think Helvetica is going to get to like the point of like dislike that Comic Sans or Papyrus is. I don't think so.
No.
But I think it's going to get, I think at some point Helvetica is going to kind of be tossed down there.
It's very close to Times New Roman in terms of like people are getting very tired of it.
Yes.
And it's a good font, which is why that's sad. And the reason why I think is because I think Helvetica is the base font for Pages, which is the Apple version of Word. And so because Calibri and before that Times New Roman were the default fonts for Word. And so it's becoming a default font where it's like, why am I seeing this? Which is sad because like if you think of like, I'm pretty sure Helvetica is like the font they use for like the New York subway system.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks good.
Really?
I think so. I think it's Helvetica. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Helvetica. And it's like, well, that looks so good there. But whenever I use it, I'm like, all I see is a default font.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good to know. I didn't know that. You said Times New Roman. So to build off of that, I have one that I like as a replacement for Times New Roman, but it's only in Adobe. It's actually an Adobe font.
Okay. It is like a nicer alternative.
I really like this one. It's Adobe Castellan Pro. I don't know what it is with me for choosing the fonts that say Pro.
What kind of font is this again? Isn't this like a specific like family like that this is in? It's like old something or
I had it and then you said old style. Old style.
Old style? Is this an old style font?
I would say it's between an old style and a serif.
Well, it's got serifs, but aren't old style serif fonts?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's fully old style is what I'm saying.
Because Times New Roman is one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably is.
Yeah, I think it looks like it. I don't remember what the requirements are to make it an old style. But yeah, I feel like it is.
Yeah, if anybody in the chat like can just off the top of their head say the requirements for an old style font.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I really like this one. If it's not fully like if it doesn't hit every requirement for an old style font, it's extremely close.
Also, look at all those variations.
Yes, and I really like the Q. I think the Q's fun.
Yeah.
And I love the way that the numbers look. I really like the way that the numbers look in this font. Yeah. So
off to the side, I really like the italics and the bold. Yeah, those are nice. Yep.
It's a really good font. I'm a huge fan of it. I've been using it recently. I've been kind of starting to use it. It's a newer font to me. I haven't been using it for a very long time. I'm just starting to. But yeah, I'm definitely becoming a big fan of it because it's like Times New Roman. It's a very good alternative, and it's definitely different than Times New Roman, though.
Yeah.
So I like it a lot. But you just said Times New Roman, and I was like, I have a replacement. So yeah, but it is an Adobe font. Obviously, it says Adobe in it. So when you're in Word and stuff, that's not going to help. But good thing we're talking about art, which we talk about Adobe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyways, yeah. So share some of yours because I'm running out.
What is it called where the sides are thick or like it's not mono weight? It's like the difference between like the diagonal lines are really thin and then the ones coming up and down are super thick. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know the technical name for that though.
Dang it. I'm so rusty with like the names of like that stuff, but I'll show you 2 fonts that do this that I really like. I've used both of these recently. So Bodoni, I've used that one for Clue. So if you look at my website, the Clue thumbnail is like in this, but it's all caps. And it's, again, it's just that it's spread out. So yes, Kayla, other than Papyrus, other fonts can just be spread out and have an effect on them. And then they look like a good logo.
I hope that everybody knows I was joking.
And then
I should have stated that. If you've been here for 53 minutes and you haven't known that I'm joking, I am so sorry. I 100% was joking. I do feel like Papyrus doesn't deserve all of the hate, and Emily does disagree with that, and that's fine.
I think it deserves.
I was joking. It is a bad font. And I feel like I need to make that clear because I might have just like somebody probably unsubscribed. Like somebody was just like ticked. Somebody's like, you're an idiot. And they unsubscribed. I'm very sorry.
Hopefully,
I was joking.
hopefully, like, a lot of other people are like, I don't even know what papyrus is. And so, whatever. This is the other one. I used this one. I believe I used this one for my, like, Inktober write-up 2 years ago. I think I don't know if other people feel this way, but when a font is really good, I want to call it sexy. And I feel like this is a sexy font. Like, it's just some beautiful person in that nice little, like, small black dress. It's just so dressed up, looks so good today.
I want to now make 48-hour Hour-Artcheck merch, and I just want it to be a shirt that says #sexy font, and I want to use that font.
Like I was telling Tim, I was like, see, look at this font. Ooh, that's a hot font. And he's like, you're attracted to this font? I'm like, no, I'm just saying it's very good. Like, I'm just saying I really like it. But yeah, I like this font.
Sexy fonts.
Yeah, I don't feel like they make for good. Like, these are the only options I have on my computer, at least. Like, like, I think it should only be used as this and as like some sort of like title, you know. But I look at these curves. Look at that. It's good. Look at that. That's good. So yeah,
right.
I like that font. I like fonts like that. Like any like when you look at this and you're like, this should be in like a fashion magazine. Like, I like those kinds of fonts. I'm like, ooh, classy, bold, like a little bit feminine, but it can be masculine if you dress it up the right way. Ooh.
All right. So the only thing I've been able to find with the font title is a thick and thin font. That's as far as I can get. I'm not. There needs to be a class taught on how to Google search. I have difficulties with it, but yeah, when I typed in thick and thin font, all of the right stuff came up. So, Frank has chicken scratch handwriting, and Ronnie was like, I remember the days in school when it was required to learn to write.
Me too. I think it's kind of strange because
I had to learn to write in cursive, and I couldn't read it. You
couldn't read your own handwriting?
I can't read. I still have an extremely difficult time reading cursive. I think, I mean, there's definitely something off with my reading because I have to make stuff read for me, even if, like, no matter what font it is. But cursive, I would have to trade. There was this one kid who wrote everything in cursive, and if I wound up with his quiz or whatever, I had to trade with somebody because it just, like, I just can't read cursive.
The only reason why I can read cursive is because I learned how to write it in school. Like, because the N and the N's look the same, but they just have different amounts of bumps on them. It's like because I learned how to, and I used to be, I was solid. I made my letters look exactly like the ones in the books. There's like little artists coming out, but in letters. And yeah, but because of cursive, like learning it in the little handwriting books, that's the reason why I can read it. Even then, it's still a little bit iffy because most of the time it's just scribbles.
Yeah, cursive is just so hard for me to read. Yeah. I learned it. I can write it. I think I haven't done it in a long time just because there's no point in me writing it when I can't read it. It just
some letters are just iffy where it's like, wait, the F is like, you go like this, right? Like there's certain letters where it's like, wait, why is it like this? But
yeah, I could like write you like a cursive alphabet and be fine. Like I can tell you what each letter is supposed to look like. Using it to write, it's just it confuses the heck out of me. I don't know. Anyways, do you have more fonts?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. I have one left, so just share yours.
Okay. All right. This one, freaking Babas.
I like that a lot.
Okay, so everybody was using Babas for a while, and it got kind of old. With Babas regular, that was all it was. And then suddenly Babas new came into my life. And they've got all these variations, baby. Look at all of that. So it's amazing for like, back when I made YouTube videos, which I think I'm going to go through and delete all of them anyways. But back when I was making YouTube videos, the thumbnails would be in Babas. And it was great because I would contrast just the different weights. And I was into that. I love, so it used to just be regular. And then this new one, like I love the thin. And I love the thin next to the bold.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Is it sexy?
Yeah. It's not. I think at that one point I thought it was sexy, but I've evolved since then.
Okay.
But it's a good one in the arsenal. You know what I mean?
I got you.
It's a good one to keep around for stuff.
I like it.
Thank you. I think I have more, but I need to go like organize them so you can't see them all. I have to like make it presentation-y, so I need to go find which ones. I can show
my last one.
Yeah.
This one, I have a love-hate relationship with it.
Okay.
I have it in my brand because I want
That's why you have a love-hate relationship with it. I was like, why?
I have considered, when I chose this font, I wanted something that was not a plain sans serif. That was different, because I didn't put the difference that I wanted in my title fonts, like my heading fonts. And so I was like, you know what? I'll stick it in my body copy. Regrets have come from that, but I don't think this is a bad font. It's called Skia. It's this.
What does it remind me of? It reminds me of something.
Yes, it does. I don't know what. I've been struggling with it for a year. I want to say it reminds me of Papyrus, but it doesn't.
It looks good written as body copy.
It does.
But I don't like how it's written as Skia.
Yes. Now you see how I have a love-hate relationship with a font.
You're like, why are some of these letters stupid?
I dislike the
K. Good.
I dislike the K and I dislike the A.
Yeah.
A lot. Like,
I don't know how I feel about the C, but I like the B.
Yeah, I like the B a lot, and I like the Y. And I feel like it's just a very nice round O. You know?
Okay. If you look at the word extended, that's what my handwriting used to look like back when I
really
stuff often.
Wow.
Yeah. And now I only write like notes to myself. So it's really bad looking handwriting. It doesn't look anything like that at all. Like at all. It does not resemble that. But like back in like, the 5th grade when you did handwritten essays and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, it's seriously like, I didn't know that you could have a love-hate relationship with a font until I found this font and then I used it. It was.
That's where they happen. Good like paid fonts, you usually don't have problems with them because they're well crafted or whatever. But free fonts, that's where you run into that all the time. Is like, yeah, like they just like the when you see it written out in like the display page to see if you want to download it or not, like they dress it up really good. But then when you use it, yeah. Yeah,
I've never paid for a font actually.
I haven't paid for a font, but the last fonts that I'm going to show were fonts that I was looking for when we were going to buy fonts at work. And so, because we're rebranding one of our brands and we needed some new fonts, some like Western fonts. And so we were looking at packs. Yeah. And that's where you find some yummy stuff, some really good looking fonts.
See, I say tasteful when it comes to fonts. I don't say sexy. I say tasteful.
It's either yummy or sexy. Where it's like, and when I say yummy, I mean like chef's kiss. Like I want to eat it. Like I think the same satisfaction as like eating a really good burger. I feel that same feeling when I look at a really good font. And then other times it's like, this is a sexy font, when it's like, she knows her worth and she is strutting herself all over the place. Look at her. Oh my gosh. There's two different feelings that I feel when I see
All
it.
right. All right. Yeah. I think fonts are tasteful. Like, I feel like, well, and here's the thing. I feel like fonts themselves are not inherently tasteful. I think it depends on how they're used.
On the context most of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
You can make a good font look good, bad, or vice versa, like with the Avatar font.
Yeah, I am seriously a fan of the way the body copy is written besides the C. But, like, seriously, when you look at, like, black extended or, like, the C's in lowercase, it hurts it hurts me. And I used it throughout my whole style guide. Throughout my whole style guide. Also, look at this stereotypical mock-up.
Yeah, that's like one of the few sticker mock-ups that are free, because there's no sticker mock-ups out there.
I've made my own now. But anyways, that's the last font that I have.
Okay. Well, I'll show you my last ones, and these are ones that I found while looking for fonts for our brand, and they're ones that we didn't get.
Okay.
Liked them because we also like absorbed a lot of other companies, and we were thinking ahead of like, well, what about this brand that sells like music accessories or music electronics? Like, we had other things to think about other than like the brand that sells our guitars, which is very Western. It's very like, it's Teton guitars, so they really like are like about the Teton Mountains and wilderness or whatever. And so we were looking for stuff that wasn't that, as well as Western stuff. But these are some of the ones that I really liked. This one's so good. We were kind of looking for, at some point, a font that like was reminiscent of, like, you know, when you're driving through a national park and there's a sign. And it's like green and it says like national park, and it'll say like the name of the park or whatever. Like, we want something that was kind of reminiscent of that. And this, because there's no sharp corners and it feels like it was like printed into something or just like printed, like it has an analog feel to it instead of like a digital feel. But it's too, we needed something that was like fit into a square, not a rectangle, really. So this one's super good. Just for like the bold, but like they come with so much stuff when you get like a good font, and like this light here and the light italic, like that makes for decent, you know, like maybe not like body copy, but like, you know, I guess body copy for like an ad or something, you know. But like this thick font is like, ooh, that's good.
I feel like that would be a very nice font for like a mock-up.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a very nice font for a mock-up.
Yeah. I love the round corners on it. That's what I like about it.
It definitely looks like, not necessarily like a stamp, but like if you were like, you had a metal press and then you kind of pushed down on it, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
And I love the P. The P looks really good. And the T. Those are really good. Like, I love those. And then another one. This was also like in the same region of, because this was getting there, but it's too sharp.
I really like the G.
Yeah, the G is good. I like this whole part right here. Looks really good.
Sorry, I was like looking at the E.
Yeah.
Is it all lined up?
It looks like it's not.
I like that though.
So like if you look at this right here, can you like, no, it's over. Oh yeah, I can. That looks good. That
E is not lined up. It totally goes like this.
Totally not. It makes you look at it longer. I love, like, the thing that I don't like about it is how pointy the N is and the M. Like, I don't like that part.
I feel like you need a very specific reason for pointy fonts like that.
Exactly. But I really love the round stuff.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because the fonts that we're choosing, like, we're definitely not choosing like the super basics ones. And it's very much like, if you use this font, you have to know how to use this font. You have to know how to. You can make almost any font look good,
but it's under the right circumstances.
You need appropriate context and circumstances for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you want to see my last one?
Yes.
Okay. This one I was super into.
It looks like Nike.
Yeah, it feels very Nike. Maybe just because there's a shoe there and they did the slash thing. But
I think it's the word run that's getting me.
Yeah. This, though, okay. So we were thinking about this one for it's like a brand that has like accessories. It's called StageMate, and it's like there's mic stands, there's music stands, there's capos for like your guitar or whatever, stuff like that. And they have like a really bright yellow and black color scheme, and we thought that this would look really good with yellow and black. But our company is pretty like low budget for everything, and so we didn't get it.
Can you go back to the other one, the black one? I was taking a screenshot of it.
Wait, over here?
No, the other way. You were back on it.
This one?
That one. Thank you.
But yeah, it looks really, and it's very versatile. So like, look at this. It's like long, but then when you get it, and it doesn't feel very curvy. But then if you go to like the fat stuff, like that's curvy. You know what I mean? Also, I love that they didn't use true black.
They know what they're doing.
The color black, in my opinion, is that you should never use true black. It looks so good when it's not true black.
Gotta look sharp about the other font.
Yeah, that's this font, and that's my last font.
I like that one.
I like this one too, and I don't own it, and I've never used it.
You're like, don't like it that I've never used. I'm upset that I've never used it, but
I don't want to pay $29 for each one. So, but yeah,
I don't need that font anymore. Suddenly,
I know. Doesn't it hurt like so much?
Suddenly, I don't need that font.
What you got to do is you got to wait and pay like $60 for like a font pack that has like 200 fonts in it, and they're all really good. Like that's what you do. Because what had happened was we found this the font pack. It had that one in it, and it was only a day-long sale, and we didn't know. So we went back. We were trying to get it approved. We came back the next day, and I was like, it's not on sale anymore. Like, they're not even in a package anymore. We can't even get them as like a bundle. Yeah. It was so sad because it had so many fonts on there that were working out really great, and we had to go find something else. Yeah. It broke my heart. Like, I was mourning for like a couple of days. Just talking to the other designer and being like, remember when we almost had those fonts?
Yeah, understandably so.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, this was fun and extremely on topic.
Extremely on topic, and we're 13 minutes over.
Look at us.
Yeah, we had a lot of content today. That's what happens when we don't go on for like 2 weeks, apparently.
And we planned this one out.
We did plan this one. Yeah.
And we were like, some of our topics are very much conversation based. This was a show and tell.
Oh yeah. Those ones do run longer because we have
show and tell.
A lot of things that we want to show.
Yeah, the show and tell run longer. Yeah. A couple of things. One, I'm gonna log us off this time because I changed the Instagram that I want people to go to, and I don't want to spring that on Emily. Okay. I would feel very bad if I just was like, do it, and then you're like, go to Do Good Visuals. I'm like, don't. So, but first, as I'm logging out, if you can think of classic arcade games, please, please, please comment them, whether you are commenting them live right now or you are commenting them after we watch this, after we log off. I would appreciate it a lot. I'm trying to make a master list and choose my 12 from there, because I know that your first ideas are never your best ones. And I have gone through all of the other icon set ideas. I have fleshed them out. I have written them on whiteboards. I have spoken to people about them, all of it. And this is the one that I've decided on. So please, please, please comment classic video arcade games. With that being said, we have our link trees down below. However, if you decide that you want to go to Instagram right now and just look her up, go to @Guminelli. Go to on Twitter. If you type Guminelli into Google, you will find everything that she has. Also on her link tree, you will find it all. I still need to get the updated link that she made.
Because the other link tree isn't wrong. It just isn't linked to anything anymore from like my channel. So
good to know. So yeah, go to the link tree down below. @Guminelli. If you don't see her on that platform,
that's because I'm not there.
That's literally it. It's because she's not there. If you want to find me, go to @diuguidvisuals on Twitter. That is where you will find me. That actually will probably be updated. If you want to find me on Instagram, the new Instagram where I'm combining stuff, where I will be announcing art checks and using it, and you will see all parts of just my life and everything about it. I'm just combining it all like you did. I'm just combining it. I can't do it anymore. @the_comeback_KLD. It will look like kid because it's not capitalized. That's the point. But @the_comeback_KLD is where you will find me. And that's everything. Bye, guys.
It's still running. Bye.